Hello, everybody. I bet my one subscriber was like, "Man, where have you been, man?" But I'm still here. As you can see, the format has changed a little bit. Before, I was trying to do like a faceless YouTube channel, and in all honesty, I didn't find much passion in that. I kind of like was fighting to try to make content. And right now, my approach this year is just to dive in, show my face, um, show who I truly am, and just learn publicly. It's just more, it gives me more fire. I don't know how to describe it. But this is the Milk Breath channel. My name is Junius, and we're going to continue where I left off with tackling these type challenges. So at my company, we're working on TypeScript, and I see the power of TypeScript. It just can be a little daunting and a kind of a mental shift to write in types compared to regular programming. So to improve that, I want to learn publicly and just go through different type challenges every day. So I'll just do one a day. I don't know if I'll upload one a day, but I'm definitely going to try to tackle one a day. And as it gets more difficult, it might take me longer than a day, but at least every day I work towards um, getting better at TypeScript. So my goal of this series is kind of a low maintenance series. Doesn't require much creativity. Just go through the challenges, have a simple setup, simple recording, nothing flashy. And this can be like a consistent series until I complete it. And then I'll post other stuff on this channel too. Kind of want this channel to be more about like technology, music production, and maybe a mix of both blended into a Frankenstein love child. But without further ado, let's get off where we let's kick it off where we started, where we ended last time. So, just let's give an introduction first. So, there's a type challenge repository on GitHub, which has a collection of all these type challenges. And I already, and these challenges range from warm up, easy, medium to hard. And I already did the prerequisite steps of like installing this package, generating the playground so I can actually tackle these challenges. And I'm just going to go through one today. In my last video, I started in the warm section. So in the warm section, I can go over it because it's probably easy, just so you can kind of understand the structure of these type challenges. You have a type that you need to implement, and this implemented type needs to satisfy the test cases that are written here. And then you can share your solution. You can view solution. You can do more challenges. So a challenge for myself, just so I can get better at TypeScript, is that for these problems, I don't want to look up the answer until after I solve all these type errors. The most that I can do is go to the resources that they have linked in the recommended readings. So the official TypeScript handbook or articles or talks, um, maybe projects. I don't know about solutions. Not explanations. Um, Maybe some books if I really get into it. So that's what I'm going to do. So just to show you what I mean in terms of these type challenges, you've never seen them before. We have a type hello world and it's equal to any right now. And we have these test cases and we expect not any of hello world. And we expect equal hello world string. I don't know what not any is. What is not any? Stack Overflow. Not sure. But we expect hello world to equal string, which is pretty it can't be any. Duh. So we expect hello world to not be any, which it currently is. And we expect hello world to equal string. See, as I see before, I'm not the biggest TypeScript person. Typically in my project, we have someone who's really good at TypeScript. He's a TypeScript wizard, and he built a lot of the code that exists. So I kind of just like build on the shoulders of giants and kind of copy and paste and massage and use a little bit of Claude to create types, but I don't necessarily understand it deeply. I can kind of post rationalize a working type into justifying that it's doing the right thing, but it's hard for me to build from scratch. But I'm just blabbering. But yeah, so to pass this test, we can do anything, right? It just can't be any, so it could be Boolean if you wanted to, just so you can like just go through each test case. But it wants to be a string, so you just need to type in string, and it satisfies both cases. Cool. Now let's try an easy one. We can start from the top. Pick, which already looks more complicated than the last one. So our code should be here. We have a type myPick that takes in a generic t and a generic k, and right now it equals any. Cool. The test cases is that we think that these two things should be equal. So myPick, this type here, when you pass in to do, which to do is an interface that has three, I guess you can call it, three keys, or three keys, which could be title, description, or fields. So title, description, completed, string, string, Boolean. So you have this myPick. You have this type to do, or this interface to do, and myPick, and you pass in title. Title is a field on to do. When you do myPick with to do in the title, you expect it to equal expected one. Expected one being title string, which is equal to this this field here. If you do the same thing for the second test case, when you have myPick of the type to do and you do title or completed, it should be equal to expected to, which is an interface which has title and completed. So basically it's picking fields that exist on an interface and creating a new type that has those picked fields. So myPick to do, when you're trying to pick title, completed, and invalid, the reason why it's red here is because invalid is not a field on type interface. So we need to implement this type myPick when it takes in a type here, and you pass in some strings, that it will create a new type where it will pick fields that match the string value here, and it will create a new object that will have those values. So if I had to pseudocode it, I'll basically say that T can be any object. K will have to be call this a key. It has to be a key and T, right? And once we get that key, we will create an object where everything here will be a key in this new object, and this value will be the value of that's associated with that key. So in that case, title, it will be title here, string here. Description, description here, string here, so on and so forth. So if I can do something here, K will have to be a key inside of whatever T is. So K extends, can I do like a key of T? Is that possible? K is declared, but its value is never read. Okay, cool. This is a incremental step, so it's okay for that type to fail. So now K extends key of T. I remember basically like I want any value of K. I think you do like K and key of T. Wait, hold up. Is this cheating for me? Hopefully that wasn't the answer. I think that might be the answer. Okay, thank God. Okay, cool. 'Cause I was like, that's kind of cheating. That's kind of cheating if it gives me autocomplete. I don't want AI assistance. Well, we're knocking out the kinks. So key in K. And then T of K. Basically, this is saying that any value of k, so that could be, in this case, title or completed, boom, and then the value will be t of k. No, it will be t of key, because k is kind of like this, in the way I'm conceptualizing it, k is like this generic type, right? K is like, could be any of these, but when you put the key and k inside these brackets, this is like the actual value, like title, description, completed, not this like abstract concept of k. So watch me say all this and it can be completely wrong. T key. Oh, okay, I got it right. So that's awesome. So basically, this was once red, so this is no longer an error. So if I change this to, let's say, completed, or not completed, description, the line above it should be red because it's like an unnecessary error comment. Yes, so it does work. Okay, awesome. Yeah, so this is my first time going through a video in this type of structure. I guess I can end this, and this is, I have no script either. I just want to go through the whole pipeline of creating a video. So I guess I can kind of go through my explanation of my solution. So basically, the goal was to create a type that on the left side, if you pass in an interface, and on the right side, you pass in a list of strings, it will create a new object where the field's key will be the strings that you specify that exist on the type, and then the value will be the value of the key inside of the interface that you passed in, right? So in this case, title from this type here, it will create a title object. The same title completed, it will create a new object, which is title completed string boolean. Awesome. The way I did that is I wanted to say that k, which is title or completed, extends the keys of t. In this case, t is to do. So this value that you pass in here has to be a key of to do, which is the reason why this is an error. So that's a restriction that we made on this generic type here. So now when we create this new interface, which could be expected 1 or expected 2, the key for this new type, it has to be a key in k, basically meaning that it has to be a value that satisfies this rule. So in this case, that would be title, or that would be title or completed. It can't be title, completed, or invalid, because invalid does not satisfy this k extends key of t, because it's not a key of t. So that's what this value is here, or the key is here. The value associated with that key is basically the key of t. So if key is title, then the value will be what would be if you indexed t with the value of title, t in this case being to do. So if you do to do of title, that would be string. So that would be string. So on the left side, it will be title, and on the right side, it will be string. And that's basically it. Hopefully that makes sense. And that's it. Yeah, you have a good day. See ya.